Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Cooking with Me or Lunch with Me, whatever you want to call it. But today I'm gonna make my famous St. Louis style chicken fried rice. Because all right, as you all see, I got everything going. We're gonna start off. See, the key to making it good, is you got to cook all your ingredients separate. So I'm gonna first start off with the chicken. We're gonna get the chicken frying, get it done, and then we'll move on to the rice and all the other ingredients. So with that being said, our skillet's over here heating, so let's get the chicken ready. And as soon as we have a nice hot wok, don't use a skillet. I said skillet, that was so wrong. This is a wok because we're cooking Chinese style. So it's like I kind of had to do the flavors because Chinese folks ain't gonna tell you all their secrets because they want you to spend money. But I got a talented tongue. I grew up in the food industry. Parents were caterers, executive chefs, bakers, all that stuff. So people that know me know, that eaten in my house as a kid, growing up, whatever have you, they know we got down. So I'm just doing my get down. And I kind of think I've cracked the mystery behind everything. So we're gonna get this going. As I said, we've got the skillet over here getting hot. And once the skillet's nice and hot, I'm gonna go grab some sesame oil out the fridge. So I'll call everything out as I'm cooking it so you all understand what's going on in this goodness that I got here. And once again, a little sesame oil. Oh yeah, look at that. So we got that crackling, getting hot. You can kind of tell when it's hot, you get a little smoky smell going, and then things are okay. So now look off, I'm not crazy, I'm just like calling this out my head as I cook. So here we go. We're going to throw the chicken in. I chopped up one chicken breast. We're going to get that going for you. I'm going to step out of frame here. I'm like a neat freak when I cook, so you'll see me doing a lot of hand washing and wiping. That just means my shit is clean, so y'all can eat with me. Now, we got our chicken going. Oh yeah. See, that's for real cooking right there. You want to get it going. I'm not going to be big on salt with this because you're actually going to get a lot of salt, with the soy sauce as we go along. So that's that on that. Just be careful with your salt, Plus we're trying to live healthy. But, to get a little flavor on the chicken, a little pepper, a little onion powder. Not a lot, just a little bit, And garlic powder. Garlic powder is like, the business. Plus it lowers the blood pressure, so they say. Anyway. So that's that. And just, to kind of get this brownness going, I'm going to hit it with a little soy sauce on the chicken. Now, we're going to let that chicken work. See, I told you I really cook. This is my get down. And I look at, working in the industry, telling jokes, whatever I do, it's all about, it's a recipe. And if you're not a good cook, how you gonna make great entrees for people? That's the way I see it. I'm a great cook, so I'm a great everything I do. Because if you can make everything work together in concert in your food, then everything else is pretty much simple. My mom always said cooking is chemistry long before these people said that shit on TV and stuff, so. Yeah, and I got a little potty mouth while I'm cooking, but it is what it is. Deal with it. Oh, yeah. See how the chicken is doing what it's supposed to do. Just having fun with it. I don't think they're going to let me in the Chinese restaurants anymore because they're going to be like, hey, talented tongue, you can't cut here. You figure out things, you don't spend no more money. Your tongue's too good. Anyway. Man, I wish you all could smell this. I understand what Emerald be saying now. But yep, got the chicken working. You want to cook all these now. A lot of people like to put an egg. You can beat up an egg if you want. And scramble the egg after you cook the chicken, so that way when you get ready to finish everything, as you'll see later, you can add your egg. I'm not big on egg. I like eggs, but I just don't like it in my Chinese food all the time. So sometimes I'm with eggs, sometimes I'm not. This is going to be one of those no egg days. So as y'all see, the chicken's working. You want to make sure it's nice and done. I kind of cheated, you know, my chicken breasts were still a little frozen, so I chopped them up while they were frozen. Made it easy to cut. So, you know, if you got some like semi-frozen chicken breasts, that's the best time to cut them because they cut real easy as opposed to completely thawed. So, but that chicken breast was frozen. But it ain't frozen now because I got that heat on it. So, that's looking like it's about ready to pull off. And we're going to get the rice going. And this wok is very hot. And you got it, high temperature and heat are crucial in Chinese cooking. Any Asian type cooking, the heat is the most important element. So you got to keep it hot, you got to keep it moving. So, two things, hot and moving. Got to keep it hot, got to keep it moving. All right. That looks like it's about ready to move off. So we're going to get us a bowl ready to put our chicken in. So we're going to pull that off the fire. So I'm over here, I'm out of frame right now, but you can hear it. It's still crackling. All right. Now we can actually leave all that good seasoning and grubbery going on that pot after we pour the chicken off, because this is the fun part. Now we're going to throw the rice in. First we're going to get a little more oil. Sesame oil has a great flavor, so we're going to put a little more sesame on. There we go. You know, I should probably tell you probably about 2 tablespoons each time with the chicken, 2 tablespoons. So altogether you're going to run about 4 tablespoons of sesame oil. So. But I grew up, if it looks good, it tastes good. That's what my mom always said. So we had to learn. We had to watch. That was, I think, her way of making sure we were paying attention to what she was saying. So here we go. We're going to drop this rice in. There we go. Got a nice serving of rice going. We're going to break it up. You got to break the rice up, get it all evened out. And rice has its natural sugar. I didn't wash this rice off. A lot of people like to wash their rice off, but I wanted the starch to be on here. So that will help because that's like a natural sugar. And a lot of people, you know, say MSG in the restaurants and stuff. I'm not going to do that at all. So now I got the rice going. Remember, heat's still on hot. So now, here's where our brown coloring is going to come in. Got the rice cooking a little bit. We're going to grab the oyster sauce now. First we're going to start with a little oyster sauce, and that's going to be some of our flavor. So like I said, about 2 tablespoons. I kind of eyeball it. I go by my mom's theory. If it looks good, it's going to taste good. So that looks good to me. That's about 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce that I just put on there. So now, and then we're going to go with the soy sauce. Just a little bit. Like I said, this is where your salt content is going to come in. Once again, probably about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now we got all that going. And you're going to see it start to turn. You're going to see the brownness come in. Like I said, I don't know exactly what they put in. I just kind of, you know, taste it. And I'm pretty good with my flavors and my spices and stuff. So that's what it is. This is where we're at now. So I got the rice kind of browning here, cooking. I've added the soy sauce and the oyster sauce. Man, I love this. This is like, you know, cooking is like my therapy. When I'm writing material, thinking I got stuff that I'm processing, or, you know, if I'm script writing, I like to, you know, get a dish going. It helps me to think. So now we're going to jump in with our garlic powder. We're going to throw it, you know, get it on there because that's also going to brown and help with the flavor. You know, so got our garlic powder. I like red pepper. You don't, you can love it or leave it. I like to shake a few flakes in. It's going to be a little spicy and a little black pepper. Just a shake, not much. And I think that's going to be it. I got my onion powder. I'm going to put some on at the end too because, believe it or not, when you shake it on right after it's finished, when you plate it, bowl it, whatever you're going to do, eat it out of, that's where the hidden pleasure comes in, I like to say. It does something real and special at the end when you shake that onion powder on right before you serve it up. Okay, now we got it going. We've got our seasonings in our rice. And get ready for our other ingredients now. I mean, you could put a little more of a different, like, soy sauce and stuff if you want it a little darker. If you're used to darker rice, you know, just add more. You know, so now here it goes. We got our onions. We're gonna throw in our chopped onions, green onions, and white onions. Kind of chop both up. Get them going. And we're gonna introduce our chicken back into our mix. So I'm gonna grab the chicken over here. There we go. Chicken's back in the mix. Man, I wish y'all could smell this right now. And at this point is where you would put your egg back in if you had decided to go with the eggs. So now, we're going to get this all moving around in here. Now, like I said, it's not exactly to a T, I'm sure, but it's pretty close and it tastes pretty good to me. So, and man, it smells like it right now. I'm telling you. If this ain't it, it's a pretty close cousin. That's all I can tell you. This is not the recipe.
Keep it moving.
This is a very close cousin. Keep it hot, keep it moving. Remember that. The rule. Keep it hot, keep it moving. You got to do that. And we are just about done here. I'm going to plate it up, bowl it up. I personally, since I ain't got no box, I'd rather go for the bowl. But as you look at that rice, it's starting to get nice and brown. At this point, you know, if you want to add more oyster sauce or soy sauce, this would be a good time right before it's ready to come off. Me, I like it a little bit browner. So, you know, I mean, a little bit there. I'm going to just do a little bit more oyster sauce. A little bit more soy sauce. Remember, you're going to learn as you watch my cooking more and more. If it looks good, it tastes good. Get that in your head. If it looks good, it tastes good. So, following that mantra, let's move it around a little bit more. And man, I tell you, this, I think, will rival most anything you've had. Just pull a little bit off the taste. Keep it hot, keep it moving. Oh my God, this is like, yeah. Yeah, that's all I can say, yeah. Y'all saw all that, didn't you? All right, we're just about done here. So we're gonna pull this off and we're gonna put it in a bowl. And remember I told y'all about the onion powder at the end? I'm gonna show you all that little special whatness. And I'm gonna turn the heat off now because I think we're done. I'm gonna grab a bowl. We're gonna bowl this up.